Hello, it's Hysteria with a reading for the collective. I hope that this message finds everyone well. Take what resonates and throw out the rest. Be careful of scammers in the comments soliciting you for readings. That is not me. And also, if you still are interested in checking out the book 1000 Reasons to Stay Single, and then you leave a review on Amazon, I'm going to do a raffle on September 4th. An automated one, which I'll share with you so you can see it's fair. And it will choose a winner for a free personal reading, a long one too. And then I'm going to do a raffle after that again. So if you don't make it on the first one, you know, your name will be included on the next one as well. So just, you know. Okay, so what does the collective need to know? I felt like this, you know, it just feels like most of you are just focused on what you've got to do, maybe curious about a few energies coming towards you, but there seems like something else that I'm, you know, needing to share. Okay, so something about mysticism. Creation. It's like a shaman, right? Doesn't it look like a bit like a shaman? Like a mysticism, creation. And then we have isolation. Whoa. Enlightenment. And then under the deck, we have completion. So it feels like a bunch of stuff is going on here. So we have, you know, maybe someone who is practiced in spiritual practices that can manifest that way, and somehow, you know, they were in isolation and had reached some type of enlightenment, which is now complete. The other thing that I get, it's a little more nefarious, which is that someone intentionally were sending someone some type of vibration to keep them isolated and to create completions for them, but they ended up enlightened, or the person that did this got isolated themselves and has received some type of enlightenment. So let's keep looking. Go. Mysticism. So it's like a group of people who are getting someone to walk away from something, or a group of people who okay, I don't know if you can hear that noise. A group of people who are trying to get someone to walk away from something, or this group of people here who practice mysticism are leaving something behind because they're feeling like it doesn't serve them, and they're looking for something with more meaning. Creation, yeah. So magician, which is like a manifestor. So this is someone who strange noises. This is someone who is a manifestor, who can create things. Isolation. Might be a Queen of Pentacles involved here, who was involved in trying to get someone to be stuck. Or this is a Queen of Pentacles that feels trapped, or who is going to need to be isolated for maybe this person might be the person who is now isolated, or yeah, maybe they tried to get someone isolated with this group of people. They were like manifesting, they were like magician, mysticism, isolation, enlightenment. So, enlightenment, well, Knight of Pentacles, reverse, that has to do with not committing to something like that. That is just not going anywhere. That's something that, you know, there's no staying power. So, I mean, it's definitely, it's like a matter of like who's who here. There's a completion that's happened. I don't know if this is getting to, you know, the situation where someone was actively trying to do their best to, you know, isolate you, stop your creation, stop you from manifesting. There could have been a group of people together, is what I'm seeing. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, maybe there's a part of you that's a Queen of Pentacles, so getting to business, trying to stop you from doing business, trying to keep you trapped. Enlightenment, there's no staying power here. A lack of commitment to enlightenment. Got the World under the deck, which is very much like completion. It's definitely end of a cycle. So we'll use another deck. So we've got two completions or end of a cycle under the deck. And a ding. I can tell that it's definitely about the people that were involved in trying to, you know, stop your manifestations for sure, and sort of the way they were going about doing it. I mean, this definitely looks like people who sort of gather together, like spiritually minded people, spiritual for lack of a better word. And with next to this magician, I definitely say, you know, because that can be someone who creates and they manifest something out of like thin air. They're a creator. So I'm not sure which side of the fence this falls on yet. Two of Cups. So there's a group that have harmony. They get joy out of doing this. Or someone, I don't know, excitement and domination in reverse. Someone's getting excited. Someone was feeling excited about dominating someone. And those are very much like also some sort of organization. But now there seems to be a lack of it. We're trying to like stop someone from creating. It was like a group here. Just turn that off. I really feel like this is about like a group of people who all have a similar belief system, that practice some type of mysticism. They do it together. It brings them joy to do this. They were working on manifesting something about creation. Some type of domination. It gave them a thrill. The point of it was, okay, so practicality, Virgo, Queen of Pentacles. But someone's trying, battery went out. I think there's like 1 or 2 or 3 batteries that just need to be replaced, and I don't know which ones they are. So anyway, now what we have here is we have someone that's like they don't want to be in despair anymore. It seems like there's some sort of unexpected income, like when this person is isolated, it benefits them, or there was some sort of excitement about dominating someone's gift, their creation, their manifestation. This group working together, they're like walking away though, because they're not able, it seems, with this domination in reverse, it's not exciting anymore, and they're not really getting anything out of it. They want to be more practical. This Queen of Pentacles could now be isolated, but unexpected income, I don't know if someone's like thwarting this person's kind of like focus, or if they're in isolation now, or if, you know, these people are recognizing that this person, when they're in isolation, they benefit, they use the time, and so someone's enlightened here. The person who was isolated became enlightened, more enlightened, or becomes more enlightened with the isolation. It only strengthens them. So there's no staying power to this endeavor. So this enterprise has to do with this main male who doesn't want to commit to it anymore, because someone wants to get out of despair, and so the cycle is over. But there's also some risk in whatever this is as well. Could be something else as well. I'm just gonna kind of keep digging and see if this is what this is exactly. It's like a journey that someone's consistency, or something's very constant. Mysticism, this group. Yeah, it's like letting go of the frivolity, some kind of a message. Someone feels sorrow. They can't dominate someone, or they want to enforce someone's ideas, or it's like they want to use some form of this group or belief to dominate someone else's gift and create sorrow, or they're in sorrow. Isolation, not getting any help. Someone's not supposed to get any help, but somehow there's this unexpected income when they're in isolation, because they're very practical. Outcome has to do with someone that's in a room here alone. Someone doesn't want to commit to this enterprise. It has to do with this main male, and there's some sort of enlightenment going on, and there's like a lack of an expert. Like there's no expertise. It's letting go of this falseness and letting go of this despair. So it's like someone could be walking away, or deciding that it's a better idea to walk away, because it feels like whatever they were doing, it doesn't seem like it's benefiting them. This Queen of Pentacles could be with this Eight of Swords, isolation. I mean, Eight of Swords can be like trapped, stuck, jail, with isolation and no help. No one will help them. Someone, this cycle is over. Someone wants to get out of despair. They don't want to do the falseness anymore. They're taking a risk, though. There's some type of a risk. There's this group, the mystical group that they want to walk away from, or there's something about harmony that maybe there is no more harmony. It's just all frivolous. They want to let go of the frivolity. They want to find deeper meaning from this group. You know, it's all about manifestation. They don't want to be dominated anymore. Something about this gift, or someone's trying to dominate someone, their creations. Someone's in isolation, this Queen of Pentacles. is stuck. Maybe it has to do with being more practical, but no one wants to help them. This is something about an unexpected income, and someone just doesn't want to commit to this anymore. They're alone in a room somewhere. They don't have any expertise. Something about enterprise and a main male. Yeah, with this group, they want to move on. 8 of Cups, moving on, thank you, next. Everything's in the reverse. It's so weird. Creation. Whoa. Yeah, someone was like, well, we have threatening or dominating. It's pretty much Mars, someone's ideas. Someone's threatening someone else. Somebody was, you know, trying to threaten someone's creations and threaten their gift or threaten them, make them feel sorrowful. I feel like someone worked together with a group to try to like threaten and dominate one person. And they were using mysticism as well. And the Magician card here, this group seems like, you know, a group that practices mysticism, whatever you want to call them. Isolation. Creeping in reverse. Someone's stuck and isolated. Unexpected income. Someone was watching someone can't watch someone anymore, and they can't get any help. Maybe they need money. They're stuck. They have to be more practical. They're isolated. This Queen of Pentacles is isolated. They can't pay to watch someone anymore. Outcome has to do with this obsession. Some enterprise in a room. Someone might need a doctor. They're obsessed or can't commit to this anymore. Someone's alone in a room. Everything's reversed. Got reflection and reversed. So just with so many cards upside down, it's like, it just gives me the feeling that like the world is inverted or turned upside down. That's really what it just feels like to me, like the meaning behind it. Moving on from whatever this group is. This group that are, you know, they've targeted someone. This group of mystical practitioners, but they found joy in it. There was something that gave them a sense of joy to target this person, to dominate them, that made them very joyful. To target one individual and dominate them, it made this group feel very good. And they did it with some sort of mysticism. Okay. Then we have Wheel. Indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So I guess they were trying to get this person to kind of dominate them. Okay, excitement in reverse. So this has to do with like not have them be so sorrowful they can't address their gift. Threatening someone, making them feel like they can't access, they can't manifest, they can't create. So that years or months pass by and they can't manifest. So this group found a lot of joy out of like turning someone's life into shambles. Who is a magician or a creator here? So they're a manifester. So they have some sort of a gift, but for some reason they don't want this person to express themselves or to self-actualize. It might have something to do with romance as well, because romance is in the air, and this is also about someone's career. So they really want this person to not have any love, and be very indecisive, and just sort of ramble and be confused, and also not be able to manifest anything in regards to their career. So they can't create and they can't get any love. So, and this person has some sort of a gift as well. So they want them to be in sorrow. They want to dominate them. They want this person to feel sorrow. They want them to not feel any love, ramble on, and not be able to work. And this is how they spend their time finding joy together. This brings them a thrill. This makes them feel alive, is to target one person and basically looks like destroy their life, and also threaten them as well. So this is a group that gets together and finds joy out of threatening one person who has a gift, and stop them from manifesting or getting any love. Isolation, practicality. Someone can't get any help because now they can't watch something. There's some sort of exciting event, but they can't watch it. Okay, let's get one more for that. It's an exciting event. Great personal sorrow. Okay. No, I read this wrong before. This is someone who it's for them that what they wanted was to isolate this person, and for them it's an exciting event to see someone's sorrow, being stuck and isolated and not be able to get any help. With Moon in Virgo, it seems like very like an emotional, like Virgo is very precise, so an emotional precision, and watching it. So this person also, this Queen of Pentacles, that's what I'm going to say it is, was finding joy out of watching someone threatening them, dominating them, stopping their gift, making them feel sorrow, stopping any sort of love or career, and watching them be isolated. For them, this was exciting, to watch someone else's personal sorrow, and not be able to receive any help, to see someone be trapped. And then not only that, I don't know what this unexpected income is and creeping, but I don't know if that's them, like, you know, there's a part of me that's like hearing two things. It's one is that they get this thrill and joy. It's exciting for them to see someone be trapped. But that also this seems like they're now in that situation because creeping's in reverse. Or it is such an extreme, it's so extreme that we're talking about like, this is already pretty disturbing. When you turn it this way, we're talking about like deep, like, I'm gonna go ahead and say sociopathic. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, that's the vibe I get. I'm not a doctor, but I think like what I understand is like, you know, the inability to understand someone else's pain, but to be a sociopath, you have to be born with it, and to be psychopath, it's like from childhood. But the reason why I think this person is a sociopath, you know what, I could be wrong. Maybe they're just a psychopath. Because I think this person can have bouts of anger. I've seen that come up in the readings, this energy. I shouldn't say this person, I should say this energy gets angry. There are like 5 of Swords that pop up a lot. Knight of Swords, Towers. So I feel like this is more psychotic and sociopathic, because I feel like sociopaths tend to be more like what's his name that says Clarice. What's at the bottom of the deck? Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Well, I would have to agree. I would have to say this is it's stupid. Yeah, it's dumb. It's dumb and it's sick. So someone is behaving stupidly. It's cracked up in the deck. I see vulture. Vulture, turkey. All right, so enlightenment, Knight of Pentacles. Reversed. Rabbit, too much concern with sexual matters. Okay, so this has to do with like obsession. Someone can't get any help. They're in a room. There's no staying power here. Enlightenment. There's some sort of sexual addiction or sexual obsession going on as well. And I was like, well, let me just pick up on what this is. I know I'm supposed to read. I can feel I'm supposed to. I was gonna do a quick 5 minutes. Romance celebration party. So this has to do with like sex, romance, obsession. Someone's mask is coming off though, and someone is either in deep despair or the cycle's over. Maybe because someone took too much of a risk, but there's something about reflecting upside down, and I swear when I like look at this card, it gives me terrible creeps. Upside down. I don't know if you can see what I'm seeing here, but it gives me like remote viewing vibes. I don't know. That's the best I could explain it. Remote viewing eyes, like through the lens of a big bug. That's the vibe, like an insect remote viewing. You know, with big bug eyes. That's what it feels like. Let's see here. Let's see if there's anything else I can get from this. Like, I think we've just broken down essentially what this person like. But there's okay. So here's what we got. Someone wants to get out of despair, and this cycle is over. There's still someone who's like remote viewing or watching in a really weird way, but their mask is off and someone's taking a risk. It could be because like there's like people trying to use mysticism to get someone to walk away. There's a group of them, and they have very specifically targeted one person. They're trying to dominate them to the extent that they can't create, they can't manifest, they can't get any love. They're very indecisive and confused, and they can't work, and they're just full of sorrow, but they have a gift. And then also threatening them at the same time. This person gets great excitement out of watching someone else's great personal sorrow. They get excitement out of watching this person not be able to get any help, and then they also get a thrill out of watching it as well, and they could be paying someone to help them watch. There's some kind of like enlightenment though, and somebody can't commit to this. They're in a room alone. They really feel like they need help from someone, but this enterprise, I guess this is an enterprise. As the Enterprise is out here, Jupiter and Aries, these big ideas that someone has gone for with this main male that has to do with an obsessive lover, and too much sex on the brain is not serving this person. Anything else? So someone targeted, this group targeted someone using mysticism. Seven of Swords. They did it in secret, and they were trying to steal. It's basically like rob someone of their life. This is trying to rob someone of like their life. Yeah. I mean, when we talk about like trying to like, you know, put someone out permanently, right? The difference between this and trying to, you know, the words I'm trying to say are, if somebody does this to someone and they aren't someone who can withstand this type of targeting, because we've got this card, we've got this word target here. So if there's someone who can't handle this targeting and being dominated and can't work or find any love and is all confused and being threatened all the time, I mean, and someone's doing it in secret as well, so they don't understand what's going on, I would say, you know, there's a really good chance that that person would, you know, feel so much sorrow, like that's what they wanted. They wanted someone to feel so much sorrow that, you know, they would be sorrowful because they would have this gift and they would want to use it, right? Or self-actualize, even if someone didn't have a gift, right? I mean, everybody has something, but this person has like some particular gift that is of interest. And so if someone can't handle this, there's a good chance they wouldn't want to live anymore, and that they would do something about it because they wouldn't understand what's going on, and they would think, you know, that you know, the universe is against them, or that they're no good, or, you know, they would just be in a lot of sorrow, right? And there was some sort of like high priestess in the reverse involved here. So that's someone who gets their kind of information from lower vibrational stuff, you know, dark impetus here. And they really didn't want this cycle to ever end, ever. This is the world in reverse, so not wanting it to end. So this was going to feed them for the rest of their lives. And we've got this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse as well. So if someone very superficial and materialistic, just very, you know, so I guess, I don't know if this is one person, but I think we've got 3 people here at least that were involved in this, with this High Priestess here and this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, trying to dominate someone, especially with these like religious symbols and stuff here. They just really, and this like Magician card, it really gives me the feeling of like someone who has like, you know, they have some sort of like organization that helps them, because I see these different symbols, these religious symbols here, which is like, you know, the power of the group kind of thing here, to try to isolate someone and make them so miserable, and also threaten them, you know, if they're targeting them, threatening, you know, intimidating them, bothering them. That could be things like, you know, that could be things like, you know, hiring, you know, using GPS and tracking someone and hiring someone to follow them in cars, and, you know, say things like, that person's crazy, you know, put a stain on their name, really defame them to as many people as possible, and then also bully them in really kind of like nefarious ways, so that the person, then everyone thinks they're crazy. So then if they try to say, you know, there's something weird that's, keep getting followed or something like that. Because if you think about it, you know, someone who, like, maybe they're part of some, like, you know, group of guys or women that come from a group that, like, you know, are like work together, you know, nationwide groups of people that have systems, like, you know, maybe back in the day these would be people who would, like, you know, deal crack out into the neighborhood or something, or shoot each other and have rival groups, those type of people. So it's like a lot of them have records too, so it's hard for them to work. So it's like those guys, you know, either they have it's a job for them, or they just are the type of people that also get a thrill out of something like that, or they're told that they're gonna, like, get to be part of whatever this group is, so they also get some sort of, like, you know, they feel like their chest sort of puffs up because they're being honored for doing something, but they don't know exactly why they're doing it, but they're gonna get some sort of, like, you know, thrill or charge from this. So so then you know, one of those guys gets paid maybe $250, or, you know, whatever, however much it is. Doesn't cost that much to, if someone knows where someone lives, to hire someone to, you know, to do that. It's like, and, you know, if they do it, say, twice a week, and they hire 3 guys, say, it's not that, it depends on who has, how much money someone has to do that. It's very, very feasible. So that's just like one example of, like, what I mean by threatening someone and trying to intimidate them. I'm sure there are other ways to do it as well, but so that was the intention here, to use this group to slander and bullying, to isolate someone and make them feel so much in despair that I guess I don't know what the purpose is. I think, you know, it's to make somebody off themselves. I mean, I guess I can't understand what the point is, except for that someone gets great, they feel excited by it. And when we see sex here too, it's like someone's getting a sexual thrill as well. That part I'm not sure if I'm connecting those dots correctly, but I do know that that then they were definitely paying for something here. And this looks like remote viewing or something like that. I keep saying that I'm getting these, like, remote viewing vibes. But a thrill out of watching this person be isolated in sorrow and not being able to utilize their gift. So gift by gift, I mean someone who's like a light worker, or someone who is an activist, or like a poet or a musician. Someone who is, you know, really even like someone that has a knack for, like, you know, charity work or something like that. You know, someone who really has something that they've been gifted here. And that's like comes from the divine as well. And so this is someone who is actively, in my opinion, targeting someone who, you know, when I say light worker, they have a gift that isn't for themselves, it's for humanity. So now you have someone who is getting a thrill out of trying to stop someone who has something that they're trying to express. And of course, they're going to be feeling doubly sorrowful because they feel as if this gift is for humanity, and it probably would feel backed up, like as if, you know, they have a mission in communion with God, you know? And so then it would make it like doubly hard. And since this is like some sort of religious group, I would say a nefarious one, from looking at what they're doing here with the 7 of Swords and all that stuff, that they're kind of like, it feels like acting against God. I mean, that's what it feels like to me, you know, because this person isn't supposed to be doing what they're doing as a light worker to benefit themselves. But maybe that's, who knows what this person's perspective is, but all I know is they're getting a real big thrill out of it. And thrill is the right word. They're getting a thrill out of someone's sorrow. So, and there could be some sort of contract or agreement involved in this as well. So, outcome, Page of Swords, we've got like spying and gossiping here. Obsessive, so someone's obsessive and spying. Five of Cups in reverse, it's like maybe someone has like deep personal regret for doing all of this, or they can't get any help or something like that. This could be someone who's involved in this. Someone could be feeling ashamed, or their purpose was to shame the person that they were targeting here and trying to isolate. I wonder why. I mean, I feel like a lot of the people that watch this channel, I mean, I guess this just helps to clarify, you know, for you, your intuition, or I feel like a lot of you already know this. So it's interesting that this is, you know, out here, these sort of like obsessed, distorted feminine energies, you know, trying to destroy you and then copycat and then like defame you, and, you know, people that use like spirituality in a really kind of twisted way. I would say that's twisted for sure. So here we have kind of a map of like who was involved, or that there was multiple people. So there's a group that they purposely decided that they were going to do this, and they got a thrill out of it, and they knew exactly what parts of your life that they were intending on targeting. It looks like physical bullying, isolation, creating lack, make it impossible for you to work. So, you know, if someone can't work, then that means they can't feed themselves, and that means they can't also pay their rent, which means they could be homeless. So this person, I'm gonna say that this is, I mean, they're getting a thrill out of watching someone in sorrow losing everything, or apparently losing everything. And I mean, what were they expecting to happen to someone who can't feed themselves, getting no love, and can't pay for housing? I mean, I guess that person would just go homeless, right? They would go homeless, and then they would go crazy, or I mean, I don't know. How would someone get out of that? Right? How would someone get out of that? And so this person's intention, then I feel like this is someone who wants someone to die, I would say. Because I can't see what else would happen to a person if this is what they were intending. And it looks like, you know, they were getting so much joy out of it as well. When you see a goal-oriented person here, maybe they thought this person was very goal-oriented. Well, as a magician, I would say, yeah, like a manifester with a gift, they were definitely. But I feel this is them targeting a person here, a light worker or something like that. So what I don't understand is why we're seeing this. Because I feel like most of you, a lot of you, I'm not going to say most of you, but a lot of you, these sort of like obsessive karmic energies went really far. I don't know why, you know, why they chose these like light worker empath energies. I just said I don't know why they chose light worker energies to do this too. And then I don't know when this got cut off, but I definitely feel like if someone was like targeting someone this way and getting a big thrill out of it, that if they couldn't pay their rent, because this is about targeting someone's career. So if they can't pay for food or rent, that could make them go homeless. But then also if there's like romance and it's like trying to cut off someone's ability to love or receive love, then this is really about like trying to like destroy someone to the point where either they don't want to live anymore, or they literally can't live anymore, because every every form is cut off for them, and then watching it and getting some thrill out of it. So I don't know why this is popping up for you, because a lot of you have dealt with these distorted feminine energies, and you figured it out, because a lot of you are super intuitive. Super intuitive. You eventually figured out what was going on, and you also are so intuitive you knew who was doing it as well. I feel like 99% of you who went through this know exactly who at least the ringleader was. And a lot of you have, like, you know, I'm not going to say the rest, but so let's see, why is it that we need to know? There's some sort of unexpected surprise in connection to this. This is shocking news. This has to do with a life partner, forever potential, longing, missing, and it's complicated. There's confusion. Someone wasn't seeing something clearly or isn't seeing something clearly. Okay, so a lot of you, I think the other thing is that this was shocking for you because this person, this, like, I'm gonna say crazy person, who did all of this in secret, like, so cowardly. Is so cowardly. Like, this person's getting a thrill out of doing something behind the scenes. Like, hello, why don't you, like, step up? And you know what I mean? I'm not inviting these characters to do that. I'm just saying it's like there's nothing tough here. It's like, what is this like threatening? It's like they're behind some, like, thing, feeling like they're getting something done. They didn't get anything done. They didn't get anything done at all. They just are just sick. That's all. They're just sick. I mean, like, if someone managed to steal 5 years from someone's life, or 10 years, or 6 months, and that gave them a thrill, if they think that they robbed something, I'm not even gonna say it, so I'll leave that up to the divine. So I'm just reading the message. So unexpected news. So there's some sort of shocking news here, or something is shocking. So a lot of you also got shocked because your person, all of a sudden, like, you had your connection with your person, then all of a sudden they switched on you, right? Your person who was like, you thought, oh my gosh, this is like a connection from the divine, because you're so intuitive, and you were seeing all these signs and thinking, wow, you know, this is my person. I feel like a past life connection or something so strong with this person, and then all of a sudden they switched on you and shocked you, and then they were like with this antagonistic person who's like threatening you and trying to basically destroy you. And your person was with that person, and for you, you were like, wait, well, do we have to be enemies? Why are we enemies? You didn't even know why. Why would someone do that? Like, normally when people break up, you know, even if there's animosity, people don't go, like, they usually let it go and move on. But then there was all this, it was like the pain of breakup, but then there was also this, right? So that was shocking for you. So now what we have, though, here, I think there's something else going on. Unexpected surprise. Something about someone was not seeing clearly something. I mean, I can't imagine that. I mean, it was pretty clear what this person was doing for you, right? You're intuitive, but like if this person was like with this person, you would think they would, you know, hey, where are you going? You know, why is your purse filled with, like, you know, black candles or whatever? You know, like, where are you going? Or what does the credit card have like, 10 bills to make a priestess on the corner or whatever, like that they didn't know about it just seems really like improbable. So for you, it was kind of like, all right, your person just went crazy and they're against you now for no reason. Because a lot of you parted amiably enough, right? So it's not like, so there you go. So now it's complicated. What else is complicated is that a lot of you are happy. You're happy. So someone tried to destroy you, potentially make you go homeless and ruin your life, and was trying to get a thrill out of like watching it. No, they were getting a thrill out of what they thought that they were seeing. At what they thought they were seeing. Because you use the time practically. A lot of you have hermit energy, so you like four walls a lot. You really like four walls. It's like, or time alone, like to go anywhere and just go think and get the downloads. And that's what it did for you. Gave you the downloads. For a minute there, you were like, why are these people following me? And, why are my friends acting very strange? My colleagues, like, why are they acting so strange to me? And then you started to see this sign. You're like, oh, they talk to this person. This person knows that I have that connection, so they actively tried to ruin it. Ding. So you figured it out pretty early on enough. And you are driven by faith as well. So it's kind of like, maybe we're unsure why the whole thing was happening, like what the bigger purpose was, but a lot of you felt like Spirit was guiding you the whole way through. I'm sure there were moments, but I feel like a lot of you gained strength. Ultimately, you gained a lot. So what do we need to know about this shocking, this shocking news, unexpected, life partner, forever potential, missing you, not seeing clearly. Something's becoming illuminated, or something made someone happy, something's happy, or something about a high priestess. It's illuminated that you're a high priestess that's been being abused by a materialistic sociopath, or psychopath, and that you're recovering from that. This person's confused by that, apparently. This bullying, that someone was paying for it, and it's heartbreaking. I mean, I don't know if high priestess, bullied, defensive, anxious, delay, it's a disaster that you're recovering from. You're fearless and you're powerful, and you've gotten through this pain and suffering, and I guess this is how they're looking at it. This person feels like it's all very, they were confused, or maybe they're still not seeing, I don't know, how like make high priestess, Duffy the, I'm just gonna stop there. McThiefery over here. His purse was filled with black candles and this person didn't see it. Like, I'm not buying that. I'm just not buying that. Like, did you not spot the credit card purchases for Etsy dark spells? Or what are the other ones they do? Like make potions or whatever. I didn't see it. How about the bills for the bullies? Or was this person just like unaware of where their money was going? You never knew them to be that way, right? You always knew them to be someone who knew exactly where every penny was, right? Or pretty closely like aligned with their money, so how could they not know where this was going? Anyway, it's an end of a cycle. It's an end of a cycle. There's a lot of corruption here. Danger. It's a long reading. Someone wants to make something fair. Whoa. And Devil is here. And something about stars. Someone's obsessed with hope. Someone's obsessed with hope. Someone's out in the cold. Someone wants to get control of the situation or get in their car and walk away. Someone's getting control by walking away. Yeah, walking away. Got Six of Swords again. Someone's feeling a lot of grief. They're trying to figure out a new way to approach the situation. They're trying to figure out their options. I guess that's confusion. I mean, we still have King of Pentacles in reverse here and Page of Cups. So it just looks like someone who's very materialistic that wants to just say they're sorry and that's about it. Then maybe talk about like building something. But King of Cups is in reverse here. It's pretty manipulative. They still have karma to pay. I also see King of Wands in the reverse as well. Continuing on, there's dire stress this person is dealing with. Wheel of Fortune is here. There's karma to pay. Moon in reverse, feeling crazy. A lot of shame, lies, malice. Something about messages. It all has to do with greed and networking with this group of people. And this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, complete folly because they walked away from their twin flame or their divine connection, and it was like a total injustice, and now they're feeling a lot of like nerves, but there's still a King of Swords in the reverse, completely malicious, or this is not who you knew them to be, but maybe this I'm not going to use the words that I'm thinking. Maybe this person used some of their mysticism on this person and turned them into, look at this, King of Swords in the reverse. What else do we see? Moon in the reverse, completely crazy here. I mean, King of Wands in the reverse. King of Cups in the reverse. What happened to this person? And King of Pentacles in the reverse. They're Nine of Swords. They're in a nightmare, and they have turned into the worst version of themselves. Look, every king, there's not an emperor in sight. Every king, and I'm sure that was this person's, that's part of the gift, right? If you had a divine connection, that's what this brings this person joy. To ruin unconditional love because it was a gift. This person knew what they were doing, and now this masculine is totally turned upside down. Brings this person 100% is creeping with the bug eyes right now and getting some sort of weird creepy thrill out of even though people can see who they are, and people see that something was really lost here. There's innocence lost, and that someone is also sick, maybe mentally ill. I don't know, with all these kings turned upside down, and look, everything's inverted. In despair, it's like some weird hall of mirrors. This is like, yeah, an abomination. King of Cups reverse, lack of emotional intelligence, merciless, shifty, cold, lack of control, lack of emotional control, animalistic, materialistic, corrupt, stubborn, miserly, authoritarian, controlling. King of Wands, severe, intolerant, cruel, austere, stubborn, ruthless, opinionated. King of Swords, malicious, plotting, obstinate, harsh, severe, ruthless, manipulative. Yeah, thank you. Moving on. Thank you. So that's the reading. I don't know why this is all coming out. Maybe, I mean, I just feel like, you know, this person, Nine of Swords, they're feeling hopeless. I don't know if, I'm sure paying for this stuff, there is a record of it. I mean, is it all cash? I don't know. Or maybe this is someone here who doesn't want to be part of it. That this main male on the motorcycle doesn't want, there's no staying power here. There's some other main male. Maybe this person's gonna go to jail because this looks like a lot. This looks like jail cell bars to me. And then I saw there was 8 of Swords here. This person wanting someone to essentially die, and was paying for it and doing things to try and defaming someone and bullying them. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. I'm pretty sure it is. Threatening someone, and for however many years, and then getting a weird thrill out of it. Yeah, that. And then look at this masculine. It's completely turned upside down. I mean, do you remember your person being every king upside down? They had problems, right? They had player energy, they lied, and they kept secrets, right? And they were after like just how things appeared, and they weren't honest, but they weren't this malicious. They weren't turned upside down like this. So I don't know where this I don't want to be a bummer. It's just the way the cards came out. I'm sure there's a reason. I mean, I feel like it's good to know that it's like it's not good to know. It's the cards are confirming that this is what's happening now. And your person, they're all confused. Your person's all confused. Look, Moon in reverse. And there's some like twisted human being who somehow got a thrill out of like getting in the middle. I mean, there were other people. There was family, there were friends, there were people who thought it was funny as all get out. This whole that's why there's 3 of Cups here. That represents all of the people who saw that there was love there and knew what was going on and still advocated for this. Everyone who advocated for this manipulation and this lie that saw it is responsible. They're responsible. They're part of whatever like terrible malaise and despair. Got despair twice. And any of them that knew that this person was malicious like that, especially, they are also responsible. And yeah, I hear sirens, so, you know, whatever like illegal stuff that people were doing by just literally targeting one person and trying to keep 2 people apart where there could have been maybe healing there because this person had problems, but they weren't like this. Then what did everybody gain from that? They turned someone upside down completely. I mean, we have the card completion here. Was that the point? What is wrong with these people? But it's okay, Divine Feminines. You're happy. You have new love coming in. You're happy and you have new love coming in. And there's things that you're not saying, and that's something putting back. Let's see. Who knows? Maybe the shocked card. You know, confusion and is not about shocked, this unexpected shock. You know, maybe that has to do with, you know, desiring connection, but like, you know, maybe they're shocked that you're aware. I don't know. Or if they're shocked that I just don't see them being unaware of what their person was doing, the karmic. Maybe they were. Take what resonates, you know. And when a shuffling imprisonment or putting the cards away, imprisonment in the reverse came out, I kind of feel like, I mean, a lot of you have like video recording and stuff like that of like what these people did, and I'm feeling like this is coming out just because this keeps coming out. Like, whatever they were doing is not legal. It's not legal. It's not ethical, and it's not legal. I mean, some of the stuff just sounds so far out that they were doing, but you know, hey, shh. Thank you. You know, like if you think in terms of like Reiki, right? There's a reason why, you know, people subscribe to Reiki or even acupuncture, like the body's meridians and energy, and it's like a sea of energy and molecules. It's the same concept of when you're standing in line and you feel someone's looking at you from behind and you turn around and lo and behold, they're staring at you. It's because there are things there going on, you know, that can't be seen but are very real. And so it's the same way that Reiki works. You know, it's like people advocate for Reiki and Reiki healing, and they know how it works. And, you know, there's a whole lot I could say about it, but these people were using similar techniques. A lot of you know, but it's like if you go and you try to explain it to someone, then it's just like, especially the way that they were defaming people, like, you know, just and the way they dress themselves up to look so like conservative and sort of rolling around like they're like philanthropic and the whole thing. And it's just like a lot of you are a little bit kind of like unique and trippy looking and whatever it is, and so then people will believe them about you because you're a little bit different, or you stand out, or there's something about you that other people, like, they can't quite clock you, and so it's easy to believe whatever these lies are. So you can't say anything about it, but they're like, you know, doing all kinds of stuff. Like these people, they do like voodoo dolls or whatever those dolls are. They put pins in dolls. They like try to play with crown chakras. You know, they like, you know, use fire and all kinds of crazy stuff. That's what that mysticism is. And remote viewing was, you know, that it was a program that anyway, those are some of the way, like, you know, that's the energetic work that they were doing, and they were doing it together in groups against one person. You know, so if you think, well, you have to ask yourself, does Reiki work? Why do so many people subscribe to it? And then, you know, consider the idea that, you know, there are people on earth that are not, that are like malevolent, who use similar kind of practices as Reiki, but for a negative means. I mean, it's almost exactly the same thing. It's not that far-fetched. And that's, you know, just some of the stuff that, I mean, it goes a lot deeper than that, but that's the best, like, you know, intro analogy into it. But I don't know, maybe they just thought that you were like, I don't know what they thought, but you know, they're obviously into mysticism. So if you're over here happy, then you know, I don't know. So what do we need to know? This is the longest reading ever. What do we need to know about this imprisonment? This fell out when I was putting the cards. I'm actually just deeply offended that people would do this to other people. So if you can hear it in my voice, that's what that is, and a little bit of sarcasm. But I'm just like, I'm appalled. I'm appalled. It's so disgusting. This wants to come out. 7 of Cups. Something about someone's like in an illusion or creating an illusion. Okay, let's do this. This is like stuck in the mind, stuck in the head, confused, mentally trapped. So this is the outcome of all of that, huh? And that's the other thing. It's like, what people aren't thinking about natural law. They're not thinking about natural law. You know, like, if you do that stuff, it has to come back. That's just the way it works. King of Coins in reverse in the subconscious. King of Wands in reverse in the subconscious. Always in reverse now. And then we've got like Queen of Cups, evolution, and justice here. So they feel trapped because of evolution, natural law, just justice, just the way things work. It's like, do these people not remember reading storybooks? What happens to the bad guy at the end? You know, there's your clue. Just don't be a bad guy. Just don't do it. It's not gonna work out for you. And you don't get the prize in the end, or whatever thrill it is for this whole entire group. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. So there's a whole confused group here now that are either going to prison or are mentally trapped or spiritually trapped and confused in this hall of mirrors, turned upside down, having discord with one another, because you're not supposed to be okay in receiving justice. That's the part I don't understand. What did they think was going to happen? Unless they've done this before and they've had the results that they wanted, which was, what did we see? It was isolating someone to the point where they couldn't get up again, right? Or they couldn't feed themselves, or they started to go crazy, or whatever it is, you know? And then you start to hear stories about, like, you know, I don't know, Miss whatever, there's like some beauty queen that like jumped out of a building. It's like, I look at stuff like that, I'm like, who knows what kind of weird bullying was going on, and some distorted, jealous, bug-eyed, crazy person was threatening them on a daily basis with a group of people targeting them and trying to bully them. You know, you never know. Now it's like, with just knowing that people exist like this, and what is the point? You know, what is the point? Queen of Wands in the recent past. I guess you showed yourself to be okay in the recent past. They were under some sort of illusion that, I mean, what's driving these people is really the question, because they're missing large chunks of logic. And it starts with like kindergarten, where you read the storybooks and you see the picture of the bully and what happens to the bully at the end of the story. Like every time it's in our DNA. We're supposed to know not to do these things. And like, so they want to try to get control of the situation, or they know they're gonna have to get in a police car. Hanged One. Gonna get stuck. That's where it's going. Of course. I'm not usually so reactive to the readings. It's just like, it's just sort of like, when the energy coming off the cards, it's just like, ugh. You've got to be kidding me. That they're confused What about what? They like to not have their hearts broken, or that it could be, I just said, they're confused. I said about what, and then this came out, Three of Swords, that you're not heartbroken, that you're okay. So this because what, they dedicated their entire life to this, was like, this is what kept them alive. Wow. The only way, because we saw they were getting a thrill because they thought you couldn't defend yourself. How cowardly is that? Secretly get together in a group and target one person to make them go into total despair so they want to die, bring someone a thrill, and now they're confused because you're okay. That's like a double, like, now they're confused because you're, so for them that means they felt it was so secure. They were feeling so secure. And look, Queen of Cups, justice. This is in the challenge position because evolution is happening, because it's supposed to be. Because whatever this is a complete and total abomination. Seven of Cups. They're confused why you're okay. I feel like I'm so emotional here that I don't know if I can post this reading. I'm just like, I'm incensed reading them. It's just like, all right, death in reverse. That's how they're looking at it. They don't want something to end. Oh my gosh. These people are possessed. That's all I can say. They're totally possessed. They're confused that you're not heartbroken. And they don't want it to end because they're getting some sort of thrill, or they thought they were, I don't know. Seems like they were dedicating their whole lives to this. They want to get control of the situation and continue where they started. They can't stand justice. This is coming from the universe. What do they not understand? And why are they so obsessed with one person and can't stop themselves? What, you know, when you start to see that it's not working out in your favor, right? Like, first of all, what was the impetus? I mean, to get the thrill off of it in the first place is so weird. But then they feel this way, and then they're confused and feeling imprisoned, and there's all this discord, and that's not a clue. They can't stop themselves to the point where they don't want it to end still. I'm trying to come up with an analogy that even, like, matches it. I mean, it's like mind-boggling. It's mind-blowing how this is total psychoses. Like, what is going on with these people? It's like I'm hearing, like, the voices is, no, I have to, or like it's something like that, and it just, I can almost hear it, and that's why I'm just so incensed. Look, yeah, they want to put more work in. They want to put more work in. What's wrong with these people? They're gonna get stuck. They come across as very disillusioned. Well, I have to agree. They're a spot in the sunlight. Dark spot in the sunlight. This group. Two of Coins, I don't know what this is. This could be them, like, They want to throw you off balance. They want you to be off balance, I guess. They're trying to figure out ways to throw you off balance because Empress is right here. They don't want the cycle to end. The world reversed. They don't want it to end. I'm telling you. Outcome. I can't understand what the obsession is. Like, what they think they're getting some sort of thrill. They think something's gonna, I mean, beyond getting a thrill, like, is that worth someone's entire life? Knight of Wands, that just looks like, that just seems someone's just out of control, like sexually out of control. I don't know here. Wheel of Fortune reverse. That's bad luck. Bad fortune. Of course, we have Wheel of Fortune reversed and Justice. Of course. I might have had enough. Look, false person of the deck. I might have enough of this. I don't know why King of Coins and King of Wands is in the subconscious in reverse. Like, that's the other thing, is like this turning this person out or turning this person upside down is like part of the goal, the thrill. Because we're talking about like a divine connection or some like really super evil. I'm gonna say these are evil people. Yeah, this is evil. No, evil's not even a good enough word. All I can say is it's an abomination. That's the word that feels the most fitting. Thoughts upside down again. I'm just telling you, something's wrong here. Everything's inverted and like upside down, and you know, I feel like I'm reading. You know what I feel like I'm reading? I know I keep saying Hall of Mirrors. It feels like total, because they're under adjudication. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like total insanity. It feels like it's upside down, inverted, and completely insane. Like the whatever they were doing with that mysticism and stuff, like you know, whatever they thought they were shooting out at you, which you used the time to grow and glow and learn and expand and understand yourself more deeply, right? So I feel like with Justice there, it's like it comes back. And so whatever like twisted stuff, like especially stuff that didn't even hit you, they're absorbing everything that they meant for you, and they're just like in this weird, it feels like I know it's far out, but just like this alternative universe of like twistedness, like really like in a whole other world of like, and that's why they can't control themselves, I guess. I don't know, but just so you know, it's not going to work out for them. Let me just get one more card with this Chariot just to see. I feel like that's them. They want to get control of the situation, but they're gonna get stuck. Hangman is coming up, and I know there's other. What is this? Death. That's clarifying Chariot. They want to get control of the situation with Death. By surprise. What? You've got to be kidding me. This soldier guy here as well. These people have lost their minds. They have completely lost their minds. Look, we have Death here. And we have Death here. they're really confused. 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups reversed. Just like complete disarray and confusion. Imprisoned in this state of confusion. Of like this dark inverted space of confusion. What else would that be but some sort of like dark alternative space that they've created for themselves? A mental space that becomes their reality. It's like an ugly timeline. I mean, it's more than a timeline. Yeah. Wow. I don't even know what else to say. Probably my most sort of impassioned reading yet, and I try to stay impartial, but it's hard when the energies coming off of these cards is so, it's grotesque. Yeah, it's grotesque, and it feels like, I mean, I'm being funny with the bug eyes and stuff like that, but I'm also like only being so somewhat facetious, because I feel like they've lost their humanity. That's what I feel, and it feels really hysterics. It's like hysterics, like an evil hysteric. Yeah. Just know you're safe. You're totally fine. You're gonna get stuck right here with this Nine of Wands. Knight of Wands sighs, melancholy and sort of out of control. Just like driven by lower chakras, hopeless, and everything falling apart. Real loss of power. Who knows, with a lot of people watching. Man, this is so, I don't know what this child is. Child keeps popping up. To deal with that. I can't get the reading to keep going on that much longer, but you're fine. I'm like, I feel like this helps to clarify. A lot of you have been through dealing with this. Why we all have a similar phenomenon is a whole other question. With these distorted feminine energies, and all of the people that were involved are all just like spiraling. I mean, when I look at this, I see someone like falling down towards these swords, and this looks like the depths of hell to me. I'm not trying to be dramatic. I don't know if you can see it. It looks like that's an arm, and that's an arm, and that's their face, and they look like they're falling from the heavens down. But they've got to like, you know, pass through those swords that they tried to create. You know, I don't know if you can see that same image. Does it look like two legs right there, and their head, and the 2 arms? That's what it looks like to me. But really, it's someone who's in despair, sitting, you know, against a wall. But to me, it looks like falling. Yeah. All right. If you resonate with this message and you've dealt with this type of malarkey, first of all, I'm very sorry to hear that. But I know that you're so strong and amazing, and you're listening to this message now because you more than pulled through. And you're amazing, and a beautiful light being, and, you know, continue to stay blessed, and I'll see you on the next read. I hope this helps. Bye.